Hey, and welcome back to the Rick and Dafs podcast. I'm Dafs.
And I'm Rick.
And as always, we are here unscripted and raw.
I was super aggressive on that intro.
Yes, indeed.
I felt like I was like ripping off some Velcro or something. That's not the sound Velcro makes. But yeah, ooh, that's a bad sound. We could just do what's it? ASMR?
ASMR.
We could just do an ASMR podcast of you like twitching your beard.
Yeah.
So we are back, Dafs, and I feel full of vim and vinegar.
Vin and vinegar.
I said vim.
Vim?
Yeah, I think it's vim.
There's no way it's Vim.
All right, well, that just brings us to our first segment.
Surprise, Dafs. It's a surprise that's debatable.
I declare a debate on whether it's vim and vinegar or vin and vinegar.
See, I don't even know if you're recording right now. There's no way to know with Rick.
Vin is definitely not vin. It's vin. Oh, wait, I was wrong too. It's vim and vigor, not vinegar. But it is vim. But I was wrong also because I said vinegar.
What is Vim?
I don't know what vim, I guess, is energy and vitality.
Okay.
How do you?
I know what vigor is, but what is... So, I've heard the expression spit and vinegar, but that's like from the Redwall books.
Energy / enthusiasm in his youth, but it's only ever used as part of vim and vigor. Huh. I challenge you to just start saying vim. I'm filled with vim. Don't follow up with the rest of it. Just what do you think?
There's just gonna be a lot of jokes about when I'm introducing Vim to my family. should bring him around. It sounds nice.
So that's debatable. It turns out we were both wrong. Dafs, vim is a word, and I got the phrase wrong. It's vim and vigor, not vim and vinegar.
I'm still gonna use vinegar.
Remember when I asked you, when I thought that No Holds Barred was a different type of like singer songwriter than like an actual wrestling move? I thought it was a bard who would just sing about anything. He was not beholden to any master. He was only beholden to the art, man. So what do you think about that?
I will say this. It's interesting because bards are one of the few people in D&D who can heal you. So apparently music is healing.
Oh, well, maybe next time when you're out there with your barbarian, he could surprise everybody by using that phrase that he's filled now with vim thanks to his bard friend.
There you go.
All right. Now I think it's time to move on to the thought of the week. Strip poker on the Enterprise. Who you got?
They only have onesie.
But contractually, he had a banner.
Wesley Crusher would make a terrible Dread Pirate Roberts.
I feel like you're doubting my ability to seduce an ape princess.
I'm not doubting. I'm a little doubting.
It's the Rick and Dafs Thought of the Week.
Dafs, this week I've updated your obituary. How do you feel about that?
I'm not that surprised.
I felt that your last one was lacking a little bit, and so I decided that this one deserved like something like an ancient poem, you know, like they wrote for Xerxes, or yeah, I think it was Xerxes, or the other guy, his brother, Todd-in-law, his brother-in-law, Todd Xerxes. So in the famous stylings of Todd Xerxes, I'm going to also write you an epic poem, but I'm going to have a fantastic backing track for when I do it. Are you prepared?
I am prepared.
Okay, here we go, Dafs. Here's your obituary poem. Dafs Brandner, lover of cats, killer of the elderly and infirmed, maker of homemade booze, cuttlefish to his enemies, a spicer of meats, receiver of tattoos and various other things, low-level podcaster. We hope that he faked his own death, but it's impossible to tell because he was deeply indebted to the mob. That's it.
I will say that's better with music.
That's what I was saying. Dafs didn't want me to read it to music because he felt like it was I was betraying the poetic form, but I told him to shut up. I said, this is your obituary, and I'll give it however I please.
You're dead. I'm not. Joke's on you. Now shut up and listen.
Now, I'm definitely going to do that when it comes time for your actual funeral. I'm going to stand up there, and I'm going to say, like, Leonardo, whoever's doing sound, hit it. And then I'll read that poem. And then maybe at some point in time, I'll have somebody, like, turn off the lights, you know.
The casket just disappears.
Yeah. And the lights come back up, and I'm like, ta-da! As if it was like a magic trick of some kind. And thus he is gone. Your parents are like, what?
Where did he go? Scattered across the city, you will find various what? Let me finish. Various parts of his body. That's exactly what we thought you'd say.
That was exactly word for word what I was concerned about. Oh no. Oh gosh. If your parents have listened to this podcast, though, they won't be surprised at all.
They don't listen to this podcast.
I know your dad's heard it at least.
My dad's heard like 1 or 2 episodes.
He listened to the Worst Bosses episode.
Did he?
We got a lot of people sucked into that. I'm sure viewers we've all lost, or listeners we've all lost. But I've made up a scheme to get them back, Dad. Would you like to know what it is?
Is it just titling every episode Worst Bosses continuation or finale here?
Wow, I didn't even think of that. That's way better than my idea. No, I've come up with a new scale. This is called the Troll Scale. Would you like to know about the Troll Scale?
I would. We have hinted at the Troll Scale for a while now.
So the Troll Scale is essentially for the dropouts and losers of the WWPI, which stands for...
The Willy Wonka Power Index.
Say it like you mean it.
The Willy Wonka Power Index.
That's better. Anyways, so if you flunked out of the Willy Wonka Power Index, there needs to be some remedial something you can go through. Like if you're not a meta entity, you might be a minor entity. No, not a minor entity. Anyways, if you are a minor entity, you have to defeat the Troll Scale. But like most remedial classes, it's just pass or fail. You're not going to get a great GPA for passing the Troll Scale. But maybe if we think you do well enough, we might give you another shot at the old Willy Wonka Power Index. Maybe we'll let them re-challenge the Power Index.
This time with bumpers.
Yeah,
like kids bowling.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. So, Dafs, who are we going to run through the Troll Scale today?
Well, we have several people who failed the last time.
Which you might remember from our very first Squirreled Reich episode.
Yes.
And the very first Willy Wonka Power Index. We ran them all through each one of those. They're recurrent characters on the Rick and Dafs podcast.
We got a lot of first-time and last-time listeners on the Squirrel White Reich episode.
Why's that?
I mean, we're not a neo-Nazi podcast.
Oh. Yeah, that's true. That probably did confuse some people.
They were like, all right, 2 of my 2 favorite interests coming together, and then they listened to us and
Deeply
they're like,
disappointed.
oh, only one of my interests.
Well, before we get totally off track, yet again, who is challenging the Troll Scale today, Dafs?
We have the almighty dollar, which, as you recall, shoots pennies.
Yeah, tell us, do you remember any of his backstory?
I
think he was the
remember.
guy who went to the low self-esteem camp.
Something like that.
Like, he was feeling down. He was an accountant. Yes, he was an accountant. He was feeling down. He went to a self-esteem camp. And in that self-esteem camp, some mad scientists experimented on him. But apparently the only power that he got from that was the ability to shoot pennies.
Yeah, he can shoot pennies out of his wrist.
Yeah.
And I'm not entirely sure, like, at what speed or how useful that is.
Well, no, I mean, it's got to be pretty fast.
One would hope.
Otherwise, he's just like a vending machine.
Still a penny, though. All right. Next up, we have Codpiece.
Now you have to remember him.
We do.
What's his backstory?
He was denied a date by a girl. Unthinkable. Decided to make a pair of codpiece pants with rockets and a
Scissors.
punching bat or
Yeah.
punching glove and
Boxing glove.
yeah, just craziness.
I think he robbed a bank, and it was eventually stopped by a transvestite magma lady.
Possibly.
Yeah.
I don't entirely remember.
I'm almost positive that's how it goes.
Okay.
Yeah.
We also have Matter Eater Lad, who can eat anything.
Yep.
That's it.
That's his superpower.
Arm Fall Off Boy.
If I remember Matter Eater Lad, it's also not special at all. He's literally from he's literally from a planet where everyone can eat everything. He just happened to come to Earth.
I thought you were going to say he's from Indiana. It's not special at all.
He's just from Indiana.
Crossroads
Just
of
like
America.
Superman. Just from
So
Kansas.
average. Arm Fall Off Boy, who is exactly what he sounds like, just a guy whose arm can fall off when he wants it to.
Yep.
Or possibly not when he wants it to. It's not entirely clear. And then last, but
Could be just a fright reflex. Just like those fainting goats. Ah! Oh no.
but clearly last but not least, we have Jackie Chan with the sorting hat.
Yes, my favorite challenger. I really have a good feeling about him making it through. Now, because they're in remediation, I and Dafs reluctantly agreed. Really felt like they needed a little helping hand. So what did I propose, Dafs?
That we give them each a random magical item.
Yes, to help them fight the troll. Now, a few things about this troll. It's about 20 feet tall. Mm-hmm. It's a daywalker. You can go out in the daytime because it's not like a Tolkien troll. Not Tolkien troll, where they can't be out in the day. Super strong. Kind of stupid. Bullet resistant, but not necessarily bulletproof.
Yeah.
And to defeat them, not to defeat them, to pass the troll scale, it's just a pass or fail, up or down, 3 out of 5.
Yep.
1 or 2, that's not going to cut it.
Nope.
And we're going to it's a pass or fail, so we're just going old school. We're just going to talk about it, jam it out, and then decide whether they passed or failed.
Agreed.
Okay. Dafs, would you like to tell the people the magical items that we will be giving the challengers? Well, except for Jackie Chan, because we already gave him the sorting hat. That's all he needs to fight victory.
That is exactly right. We have the One Ring of Power, which of course makes you invisible. Mm-hmm. We have the Marauders Map.
That's from Lord of the Rings, though. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We have the Marauders Map from Harry Potter.
Wonderful.
Which may or may not be useful.
Might not be useful at all.
It will let you know where someone is, and if you are looking for a 20-foot troll and need a map, you might be in remediation.
Or you might find where the 20-foot troll's children are. And then you could hold them hostage to get across the bridge.
Matter Eater Lad is just taking a dark turn. I will eat your family. We have Captain America's shield.
Oh, that's a good one. That's one of the good ones.
Yes. We have a lightsaber.
Also good, potentially bad though. It could end up just killing yourself with it.
You absolutely could. Can you imagine if Arm Fall Off Boy dropped the wrong arm and it just cuts him in half?
I think this is a bad combo.
We also have Batman's belt.
That could be good.
Could be good. The problem is you don't know what each of the little canisters does.
Right. You just get the belt. And you're like, oh, Batman's belt.
Yeah.
Could be a smoke grenade. Could be a first aid kit.
Yeah.
Could be poison.
One you would definitely want to use on yourself. The other you definitely want to use on the other guy.
I feel like there's definitely some cyanide in there.
And, shark repellent.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the last one is Indy's whip.
Indiana Jones. Ooh. That also could be good or bad.
Yeah. That's super useful.
Arm Fall Off
Could be.
Boy really needs to not get any of the whips or lightsabers.
Yes.
The shield might also be unhelpful.
I'm imagining him putting on the ring of power and then
losing
an arm,
but he can't
and then,
find it.
And then his arm is invisible, but he's not, and he's just like totally screwed.
He's got no arm and he can't find it. Oh man, these guys are pure comedy gold. I love these characters.
All right, who's up first?
Well, first we need to roll to see who gets what. So, do you have your 6-sided die? There are 6 items, 5 people.
All right.
Okay.
First roll is going to be a 3.
So, Almighty Dollar, he gets Captain America's shield.
Okay,
That's actually a pretty good one.
it's a pretty good combo.
He was probably one of the few that was likely to perhaps succeed.
The next roll is a 5.
Oh, Codpiece gets Batman's belt. Slightly redundant, but he's got Batman's belt. All right.
Next roll is a 2.
Matter Eater Lad gets the map. Okay.
He's in trouble.
He's in trouble. He was already in trouble. Now he's extra trouble.
Oh, a duplicate. Do we do duplicates?
Nope, no duplicates.
All right, let's keep going. A 4.
For Arm Fall Off Boy, he gets the lightsaber. Wonderful.
This will be great.
Okay. And last but not least, Jackie Chan gets the sorting hat. Okay. So who do you want to start with first, Dafs?
Let's just go in the main order. Let's do Almighty Dollar.
So Almighty Dollar, he gets Captain America's shield. Now, he's got to get across this bridge. How do you imagine the first scene going where he walks up to the bridge and he's like, I'm a fair citizen, because he's actually kind of a decent guy, right? From what I recall.
I believe so.
Yeah. So he's like, fair troll, I doth need to Twain over there.
Is he from like olden times?
I don't know. He's working on his Shakespeare. He's on his way to a Shakespeare class. Anyways, the troll's like, no, bro, you got to pay up. How much does it cost to get across the bridge?
Let's say $20.
$20.
Which would be a lot of copper
Almighty Dollar's like, I'm not
and
made
iron
of money.
that he would lose from his blood, making that many pennies.
What's ironic about this is the idea that Almighty Dollar's just like, no, I'm not paying the toll, despite the fact that he literally shoots pennies out of his wrists. Here's a question for you. Do you think Almighty Dollar can fly with the power of the pennies? Like, is he injecting them so fast that he can fly?
Definitely not.
Definitely not.
You would have to unleash them at such incredible amounts of speed and frequency.
So you're saying that he's more likely to like blow off his own leg with the pennies than he is to fly?
I'm thinking that it would just be impossible to sustain that rate of fire. And pennies are so, like, they're so lightweight. They're only about a gram, or a gram 0.2. And so trying to, like, shoot that, you have to shoot so many so fast to create any kind of propulsion.
I'm just looking up what the fastest a penny could be fired. So you could accelerate a penny up to 200 miles an hour.
Before it loses its shape.
It's just terminal velocity, I guess. But just falling. But
But that's different. Falling is different than, because planes can go faster than they fall.
Well, yeah, but let's just say that he can only fire it as fast as terminal velocity. Because we don't really have any scientific data.
We don't. But a bullet goes way faster than that.
I think a bullet goes, like 300 miles an hour.
Yeah,
Like that.
It's like 5,000 feet per second.
But here's the thing. Apparently, according to scientists, if it hit you in the head, it wouldn't kill you, but it would damage your skull.
It would hurt, but it wouldn't kill you. It wouldn't cut you in half like they always say.
So what you're saying is that he'd be firing the pennies into the troll and just like annoying him. Like not really doing any real damage. Is that what I'm getting out of this?
Yeah, I don't think it would pierce the skin. I think it would hurt, but that's about it.
What are you looking up?
Average bullet speed, 2,500 feet per second.
How fast is that? That's not helpful.
That is around 1,700 miles per hour.
Oh my goodness. 1,700 or 1,000? Oh, so 1,700?
That is correct.
Jeez. So we really... How fast do you think Almighty Dollar could fire these pennies? Because if he could fire it like a bullet, it would just kill the troll immediately.
Well, yeah, but if he had bullet arms, they'd call him Bullet Arm Man. No one would ever know it was a penny.
That's that's true. I forgot about that. Where does the shield come into play?
I don't know.
I feel like he might actually be able to use the shield, like for his own defense, because the shield is super strong.
It is.
So if he got clubbed, it wouldn't break. It would still probably hurt him. Like he'd go flying, but the shield might not break.
Yeah, the shield won't break, but the shield does not really absorb impact all that much.
So you're saying he would just
does it
crumple.
or does it?
I mean, it might.
Because like Captain America always hides behind his shield when he gets like hit by something. He like jumps and squirrels up into this tiny ball, but he still gets launched through the air.
Yeah, and he's Captain America.
Exactly.
So like, I mean, he can already do some pretty crazy stuff.
It's like being in an armored vehicle and getting in a car crash. It's super gonna suck still. Like,
yeah,
just because the car is
So
tough
you're
doesn't
saying-
mean that you're
so he'd
hard.
probably get hit and just like break some bones.
Oh yeah, his arm would totally fall off.
But he's not our fall.
No, it'd be way sadder.
He couldn't just reattach it.
No.
Oh my goodness. I think his only real hope, if I'm going to be honest, I mean, he probably can't fire it like a bullet, but he could probably still shoot it pretty fast. I'm going to say faster than the speed of sound, which is like 300 miles an hour. Would be to hit the troll in the eye. Like he just shoots it in the eye immediately and just blinds the troll. What do you think the chances of him blinding the troll are before he gets crushed?
None.
0? You don't think that he could trick him and be like, get out of the way, and then just like sucker shoot him in the eye?
I mean, maybe if he held his hand out to try to pay, and then when the troll leaned down, he shot it off his wrist.
You don't think that he's that accurate from
But- No, I think it would aggravate the troll. I don't think it would blind him fully. I don't think he can hit both his eyes.
Yeah, you're probably right.
You don't pay with money like
He's not Hawkeye.
two hands.
Hawkeye
straightforward.
could definitely shoot him through the head.
Oh no, 100%.
If it was Hawkeye, I'd give him a full pass.
Yeah, easy.
Hawkeye might even challenge the Willy Wonka scale.
Hawkeye would 100% pass the scale.
You think so?
Yes.
Oh, he's got explosive arrows.
Yeah.
I mean, he could blow a hole in the door.
He also has
he is just a
arrows that
human.
can be. He's a human, but he's incredibly agile and has the ability to take in multiple things. He's a trained soldier.
Have I just like hit some sort of like sore spot for Dafs where he's like, no, Hawkeye is equally as good as any Avenger?
He's definitely not. But he and Black Widow are definitely better than your average human anything.
Probably.
They are almost on par with Captain America, who is definitely a meta entity.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. So, arm fall off boy. Probably, in the best case scenario, blast the troll in the eye, one eye, potentially blinding him.
Sorry, not arm fall off boy.
Oh, sorry.
Almighty Dollar
Dollar.
gets hit once, becomes arm fall off boy.
So he probably blinds one eye of the troll.
Yeah, and then gets horribly smashed.
But the troll probably has some brain damage. Maybe a little bit.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, because I mean, even if you get
What if he got sepsis from Do you think he'd get sepsis from the injury?
immediately,
Not immediately. Just later on he'd die
I mean,
of complications from getting shot in the eye with a penny.
still wouldn't give you the 3 that you need to get across if he gets horribly wounded, he just falls down and crushes the guy.
Well, okay, but Arm Fall Off Boy would hopefully be... sorry.
Almighty Dollar.
I apologize. He would still be pretty far away because he's shooting projectiles. And then, like, running with his... But he probably can't run very fast.
No, and the only way you can get that close and have him lean down is if you're paying, which means he's pretty close to you.
Which, if he's gonna... Yeah, but... Yeah.
Also, I imagine the troll is standing in the center of the bridge.
Also, Almighty
how are you gonna get
Dollar
past
isn't a
him?
villain. He's not gonna, like, sucker punch somebody.
He might if he had to, but I think that it doesn't change the fact that he can't go under the bridge or around the bridge. He'd have to go over the bridge. And if there's a troll who you now just blinded in one eye, swinging wildly, you're 100% going to die.
I don't know about 100%, but you're probably not going to make it across without dying. If you ran away, you wouldn't die.
Well, exactly, but you'd fail the scale.
That's true. Do you think he holds the shield, or do you think he tries to throw it once and then just never comes back?
I mean, I would definitely cut my losses and take a free shield. I'd be like, well,
I'd be like,
I don't know
"Look,
where I
give me-"
was going, but this is way better now. I'm going home.
This is exactly why you and I would never pass any scale, because we'd get one free item and be like, hey, this is sweet. What'd you get? I got a shield. I got a sweet map.
Yeah.
Let's go home.
I can see where anyone is at any given time.
Yeah.
So I don't need to go to wherever that was because I just got a life of crime made for me. You could just like walk through any security place.
That's true. So what score are we going to give him?
I'm going to give him a 1.
I feel like we need to give him a 2.
Really?
Because he did blind the troll in one eye. And he
Potentially.
might get sepsis and die. I would even potentially be willing to go up to a 2.5 if the troll died.
Not a chance for me. I would say I'd give him a 1. So is it going to be an average?
I guess we'll have to average it. So 1.5. I feel like you really screwed over Almighty Dollar.
I feel like he's terrible.
He's not terrible.
He's
the
just-
best one on this whole scale.
He's just terrible.
But this does not bode well for our other contestants.
No.
Although, wait, Codpiece. Codpiece is up next.
Yes.
Codpiece might give a troll a run for his money. The troll, he would be like, I'm Codpiece, which the troll would just start laughing at.
Well, and who's a
Immediately.
villain?
Codpiece?
Yeah, he's willing to play dirty.
Yeah, so he'd just be like, this is my bridge, sucker.
And he's got like a Batman's utility belt.
Do you think he's smart enough to have the troll bend down to take the money and then blast him? The only problem is, so here's the thing with his cannon Codpiece pants. You have to aim them with your crotch.
Yes.
So even if the troll bends over,
He's still 20 feet tall.
You'd have to like jump onto the ground on his back and then like hip thrust up towards, as I'm demonstrating for Dafs.
You are.
Demonstrate. So anyways, you'd have to do that and then hip thrust up towards the troll to be able to shoot it, which would immediately give away his plan.
I mean, or if he shot twice very fast, he could shoot in the ankle, and when the thing falls over, then head level is lower.
Yeah, but he's somewhat bullet resistant.
That is true.
I think it would just irritate him.
Is it a rocket he shoots?
He does. He's like, it says cannon, so I'm assuming it's like something pretty potent. I think
Yeah.
it could do some damage to the troll. Maybe break a few ribs.
Yeah, I imagine so.
Yeah. So how do you see this playing out, Dafs?
I definitely see this as him using the cannon as a secondary. And just going through the belt and being like, all right, I got some shurikens, little bat shurikens. I can throw those at him. That might not work at all.
That probably wouldn't do anything. Unless he was a really good aim and he could, again, hit the troll in the eyes.
A random spray some in the air. Is this something that might help? Help me? Help
This
him?
is
Not
just
sure.
deodorant.
Yeah, right. It's Axe body spray.
Oh, no. Accidentally sends up the emergency flares. There's do you think there's like a call the Batmobile button? Like in there? Maybe he could get the Batmobile and then just like run over the troll.
Batmobile would be a totally separate item. 100%.
I feel like it could be in there.
There is a grappling hook on the belt.
Okay, he could potentially grappling around the legs of the troll and trip it up.
Well, but it just attaches you to whatever it does.
So he
Because he shoots it from his belt and it goes, then it pulls him up.
Ah.
So if he did it around the troll, it would just pull the troll toward him or
but then
more
he could
him toward the troll.
blast the troll with the cannon when he gets to point blank range.
It's still going to keep drawing you closer. I think you're just going to get...
But what if he gets up there? Like, what if he gets pulled up to the troll? So, like, he's just stuck to the troll, like, with torso, and then he fires his cannon pants.
I mean... higher chance of not failing as badly?
I feel like he's got a shot to kill him.
Maybe.
He could defeat the troll.
I don't know about that. If he had troll repellent in the Batman.
There's no way troll repellent's in the bat.
There's shark repellent on the Batman utility belt.
Yeah, but
that is
that's
canon.
Not troll repellent.
Maybe not.
Maybe vampire repellent.
But there's probably a stun gun in
The
there.
stun gun probably wouldn't work because, again, it's like the thick skin. Wouldn't really work. His only hope is to literally grappling hook himself to the troll and point blank fire his cannon pants.
Smoke bombs and stun grenades.
He could maybe stun or like smoke bomb him and then like try and get him to trip off the side of the bridge. What kind of bridge is this? Are there safety rails? Is it a modern bridge or is it an ancient bridge?
I'm
with just a
imagining
brick?
it's a standard old brick bridge.
So that there's a possibility that stumbling around, he could just fall off the bridge.
Potentially. If you enraged him and then...
I'm pretty sure Codpiece would enrage him.
Yes.
Just his fashion choices alone would make me angry. I really feel like he could kill him. I mean, it would probably be pretty messy, and you don't think that he would get horribly injured. He would definitely have horrible testicular torsion after firing his cannon pants so much.
Yes.
The other thing is, so he's got the eyes, and then the genitals are probably weak. The genitals would be closer to his codpiece, like trajectory.
Yeah.
Dafs has this strange knowing look on his face while he's contemplating shooting a troll in the genitals.
I'm just trying to think like are there like cult drops that Batman had, or was there like
I would just love it if he was like reaching in there. He's like, nope, that's a cough drop. Nope, that's vitamin C. Nope, that's Advil. Oh, geez, what's going on here?
Batman is old.
Yeah. Finally.
Mothballs.
There's a gun in one of the pockets.
Ben Gay.
Yeah. What? He got geriatric Batman suit. This is Vaseline.
Nitroglycerin. Now I'm dizzy.
Thank God.
It's such him seeing this little bottle of nitroglycerin and being like, explosives, and chucks it at him. It's not that kind of nitroglycerin.
The troll takes it. He's like, oh, my heart pains have all ceased.
This is great.
Thank you, kind stranger.
By all means, cross.
Yeah, that might be a way for him to get past. He offers him the belt. Here's a sweet belt for
But
you.
that's
Ankle
bartering.
bracelet.
That's paying. The
That's
whole
true.
point is you can't pay.
So, if you had to come down to it, and I mean, try and be as fair as you can to a good old God.
I would say 2.5.
2.5. You don't think he deserves a 3?
I don't think he deserves a 3.
What? Try and talk me out of a 3.
My goal is not to talk you out of a 3. My goal is to say my thing. Now, if you give a score higher, like I think you want to, and he averages a 3, that's fine.
I can't give higher than a 3. I feel like he could potentially win, but I don't know if he deserves higher than a 3. Maybe a 3.5, but
I think he could potentially, maybe in a small 1 in 100 shot, defeat the troll. But
1 in 100. That's crazy low.
But does 1 in 100 equal a solid 3 just because it could potentially be possible? Do you automatically get that?
The thing is he's really mentally unstable.
I feel like you have to have better than a coin flip's chance of defeating him in order for it to count to defeat him.
So you're saying that
Hospice rules.
okay. You have to have a better than a coin flip's chance to die.
Within the next 6 months in order to be on.
Fair enough. I'm gonna give him a 3, which I know does not keep him above the scale, but I have to stick to the integrity of my scores. So he gets a 2.75. Sadly, not able to get across the bridge.
Now, had he had a different magical item,
if he had a lightsaber, he definitely would have gotten across.
I think he 100%
Because I think he could have probably like shot him and then bugged him, and then maybe if he could have gotten a good chance to slice off his arm or something.
All he would have to do is throw in the stun grenades or the smoke grenades and then run in there
But
with
he
a lightsaber.
doesn't have smoke grenades because he wouldn't have the belt.
Oh, that's right.
But he might be able to fire some confetti out of his codpiece. What's that one for? Just regular celebrations. My son got an A on his test. boom.
He could definitely, had he had the lightsaber, he could have run up and slashed at him, gotten grabbed, and when he got grabbed and pulled up to the troll's face, fired the codpiece.
Yeah.
It would either obliterate the guy's hand or shoot him in the face and kill him.
Or at least, blow up his hand, and then he could have stabbed him.
Then I'd give him a 4.
Well, it's the luck of the draw.
Yep.
Speaking of bad lucks of the draw, Matter Eater Lad got the Marauders map from Harry Potter.
Just the worst.
How would this be helpful? Because Matter Eater Lad is one, he's able to eat anything. That's it. There's no 2, there's no 3. He's just an average guy who can eat stuff.
Apparently, it means he can also bite into anything because he actually bites through steel.
Well,
It's not just being able to digest it. His jaw actually has to be able to bite it off, and apparently he can bite off anything.
so does that mean he has razor sharp teeth?
I don't know.
Well, what if that's the problem is that he's like, I'm not paying troll, and he just walks past. Like, does the troll automatically smash him, or does he pick him up to try and get the money?
I imagine he would just smash him.
You think so?
Smash him or grab him and put him in his mouth.
Or like kick him?
Yeah. Push him off the bridge.
Yeah, so he probably just couldn't do that and hope to bite the troll. So how does the map come into play? Would the map help him at all? Would the map help you fight a troll? Could there be a time when he waited for the troll to go on a bathroom break and then ran across the bridge? Although none of that is, you just don't necessarily need a map to tell when a giant troll is not around.
No. However, to be fair, if you had the ability to know exactly where someone was and what direction they were facing, you could just grab like 6 or 7 really big rocks and like tiptoe up to take a bridge, throw a rock way off to the right, and on the map, when you see him turn, take a few more steps. While he's facing that direction, throw one way off to the left. And then when he goes and turns the other way, throw one more, and then just freaking book it.
I might have said this when we first started, but what if he found out where the troll's family was and held them hostage?
I mean,
And was like, I thought at that point in time, it's like this really random standoff for no reason, where he's like, I'll kill your whole family unless you... But then, again, they're trolls, so I think they're pretty much...
I think even a kid troll could probably take you on hand to hand.
Probably kill them.
I don't know.
Then you just end up in their soup, their troll stew.
I think the only way he could do it, and here it is he could walk up to the troll and show him the map and use his average cunning with a dumb troll and be like, check this out. Look at this here. See, when we move to this side, like you can see us moving here. We move to this side, you can see us moving here. So, and then he would be like, okay, so back up, hand him the map, and then see. Now, when I walk over here, you can see me.
Now, if you take 2 steps back and then he falls off the bridge.
Well, I was thinking he would just have the troll switch places with him, and be like, now you stand there, and then see how I walk over, and then he walks away.
He just runs off.
He's just across the bridge already. He loses the map.
Basically, that's
Which
the only way he can get
is,
across.
yeah, and that's almost kind of like bartering, because you're giving him something.
Do you think he could trick the troll into falling off the bridge and getting head trauma? Like, take a few steps back, see how it works. It's just a few more. Yeah, see, look. And then all of a sudden he takes a tumble off the back of the bridge. That's a tougher one to do. It's probably easier for him to say, oh, now I'm over here, now I'm over here, and then just book it. But I don't think that really is a very good score. The best score I could possibly give him for that is like a 1.5.
He could.
No, not even then. Because Almighty Dollar got like a 1.5 for blinding the troll.
And did
at least
better.
One eye. This is just like,
He could potentially
just
say,
pay the $20, dude.
He could potentially say, check this out. I can tell how far away you are and what direction you're facing.
Yeah.
Just by looking at this map, and be like, here, I'm going to stand here. So I'll walk here. And then you go under the bridge and I'll tell you whether you're facing left or right, or forward or back. Or here, you get on the bridge with me, and then you stand behind me, and I'll tell you how many feet you are behind me. And then just keep doing that until he backs up.
Having him go
and then
under
just
the bridge is
keep
good.
walking.
Go under the bridge, and I'll tell you which direction you're facing.
Yeah, and then you walk across.
Then you just leave.
And trolls don't like pursue you after you get across the bridge, right? They're kind of like,
Well, if they leave the bridge, then they're just going to miss the next passerby.
yeah. I would say there's like a 40% chance he could get across.
But does that give you any points? Does that pass you the troll scale? I mean,
I don't think it does.
I think that's just average cunning is like a minor, and that doesn't merit you as a minor entity.
No.
You are cunning enough to outwit a troll, maybe on your best day.
If I had a Marauder's map, for sure.
But I wouldn't call you an entity for that. So I can't give him any points. I'm going to give him 0.5 for possible cunning.
Okay. I'd give him... Yeah, I'd give him a 0.5.
Okay.
I was going to give him a 1, but I gave my dollar 1. He did more.
Yeah, he did way more. He actually tried.
Yeah.
So Matter Eater Lad maybe lives to fight another day
With the cool map.
with a cool map. But
Goes on to do search and rescue.
yeah, essentially that's about it. And work at a pie shop or something. I don't know. Goes back to his life of eating radioactive waste. Although I feel like his power would be somewhat more convenient than Almighty's dollars.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, he would just have to be filling up buckets full of, like, pennies and then, like, taking them to those change exchange places.
He's just at a coin machine or a coin star.
Like, sir, what? There's a limit to how many transactions you can make. He ends up, like, by himself causing inflation. What happens if they discontinue the penny? When he's... So, like...
Does he get to choose what year it is?
He's like... He's a counterfeiter. They arrest him. You're a counterfeiter. He goes just serving 20 years to life for counterfeiting pennies. What the... poor almighty dollar.
It'd be more useful in prison.
That's true. Somebody comes at him, you could definitely blind a human, man.
Yes.
I told you no more counterfeiting. All right, moving on to our next contestant. I think a lightsaber would have been pretty good for anybody but Arm Fall Off Boy. But
Yeah.
Arm Fall Off Boy, you get the lightsaber. So his only hope is to throw his arm with the lightsaber at the troll. Can he use the arm after it's like off? Because that might help.
Yes, he can kind of control it a little bit, I think.
Yeah. So he could potentially be like, don't hurt me. And then have his arm fall off with the lightsaber on there. And then when the guy bends down, the arm like reaches up and slices him.
That definitely would work. My thought is that he pulls a Thor and Loki.
Oh, get help.
Get help. He just like runs up with the lightsaber on, and he's cradling his like arm that's like falling off, and he's like, "Oh God, oh God, oh God, help me, help me!" And it's like, "What the heck?" And it's like, "It cut my arm off." And when it's like, "Oh my God," and you're like, "Help me!" and he gets close. Then he just like puts his arm back on and stabs the guy a whole bunch.
Ooh, man, now I'm thinking maybe Arm Fall Off Boy might win.
I mean, that's the only scenario I think that works.
Him, like...
Apart from dropping the arm and have the
Yeah.
arm swipe.
Yeah, the arm swipe could work. That's two plausible scenarios in which
Yeah.
he could win. The other one is to throw the arm with the lightsaber on it at the troll. Like he has his left arm holding the lightsaber. Although at that point in time, we'd just rather throw the lightsaber.
Yeah.
But the thing is if the arm's holding it, it could take some swings, potentially. Then there's just the option of like actually just running at him and trying to stab him.
I'm thinking the other option is that he could pull an Arya Stark. Like he could like get grabbed by the troll and like have the lightsaber rather than just like stab the hand. Hit it like kick it close and his arm could fall off and just like zipper him all the way down.
Yeah, I don't know if Arm Fall Off Boy is that like. I mean, Arya Stark is like a trained fighter.
She was like,
Yeah, I don't think that he'd be able to do that, pull that move off. I think it'd be more likely that his arm would just fall off, and then he'd be like, "Oh no, my one weapon is gone." This is a real toss-up because I feel like there is actually a plausible scenario which he could, but if he misses his window, he's just toasted because there's no way that he could, like, he's not gonna be able to choke out a troll with his arms detached.
No.
He's basically got the one shot with the lightsaber. But it's a good one.
It is. And if he can control his arm when it's off, he could have the lightsaber be off.
Mm-hmm.
And then have the troll pick his arm up and then turn it on, and it would just instantly stab.
The arm just stabs him and cuts off his other arm.
Yeah.
So, but then does the troll still like kill him? Or because it's like a clean shear when the lightsabers cut through you. It's not like you're not going to get bleeding damage. It cauterizes it.
It cauterizes it, but it's still immensely painful.
Yeah, that's true. But do you think the troll would have the wherewithal to like keep fighting, or do you think it'd just be in shock that its arm is gone?
I mean, the thing is like, keep in mind it's 20 feet tall.
What kind of mental
chances are good if it's cutting anything, it's going to be like ankles and calves. At which point, there's a good chance it's going to fall off that bridge.
Yeah, that's true. Or it's just going to fall over.
Yeah,
and not be able to.
At which point, more ginsuing.
Yeah, right.
So. I'm willing to give him a 3.
I'm willing to give him a 3 too. Wow.
I think the lightsaber's doing a lot of the heavy lifting.
Oh, literally all the lifting. Well, I mean, not quite. But we are going to give him the pass.
Yes.
So he will be our next contestant on the Willy Wonka Power Index with the lightsaber. We'll see how it goes. My hopes are low.
Yeah. I don't imagine that going well. Imagine there's like, he ruins 2 Oompa Loompas' day, but then after they learn that one trick, they're like, oh yeah, just don't go near that one arm.
Or they just shoot the arm because, guns are a thing.
Yeah, right?
He's like, oh no, my arm. Then they just shoot and pulverize his arm. Oh, dang it. I didn't see that coming. Okay, last but not least. My favorite character. A character who Dafs did not want on the Willy Wonka Power Index. Who did not want on the troll scale. Who he is deeply prejudiced against for some reason that I don't understand. Jackie Chan and the Sorting Hat.
Because he's not a meta entity if you have him take off the Sorting Hat.
He's just Jackie Chan.
He's just Jackie Chan.
Who's awesome.
Who somehow is better when he's being handed a priceless Ming vase. He's so much better at fighting than when you give him a gun. He's like, I don't know what to do with this. But they're like, don't let this giant vase break. And he's like, oh my god, I can beat everyone.
Okay, so Jackie Chan has the Sorting Hat. So let's talk through the scenario. 1, the Sorting Hat tells the troll a riddle. The riddle that he needs to solve. 2, I thought this through a lot. Mm-hmm. 2, he gives the Sorting Hat to the troll. The Sorting Hat goes over the troll's head because it's a magic hat. Mm-hmm. It forms itself to go over his head. And then it smothers him till he dies. 3, Sword of Gryffindor falls out of the hat. That combined with his ninja moves allows him to fight the troll. 3, the troll gives him some really bad news, causes him to have a mental breakdown, and the troll kills himself. Do you think he could use the troll or the hat for psychological warfare? He's like, how are you? I want to cross this bridge. No, you must pay the toll. Well, you see, I'm really depressed here. This hat just told me that you deserve all my money. Oh, I see. And the hat just said that too. He gives him the hat. Then the hat just gets stuck on his head and just starts telling him terrible stuff. Then the troll kills himself because he's so depressed about the magic hat telling him sad stuff.
I don't know if depression works that fast.
I could. I don't know. I think the hat could deploy some psychological warfare. I mean, there are probably some kids at Griffin, in Hogwarts, that are pretty messed up. I mean, who knows what that hat's saying to people? You're adopted. What? Your grandmother did not leave you anything. Also, your grandma's dead.
I have one that before about like when Luna Lovegood has the hat put on her. If it's just like, oh honey,
Yeah, right.
go to Hufflepuff. They'll be nice to you there.
Yeah, you need a lot of help.
You need hugs.
I heard you can see those dead horse things.
That's so worrying.
That's not good. How old are 13? Oh, no.
No.
Or wait, are they 10? I don't even know how old they are when they
I
go to
have no
Hogwarts.
idea.
They're very young.
He's 11. He's 11.
Yeah. Oh, you're 11 years old and you've already... You can see those dead horses? Oh, no. They're like, or they just tell them some terrible like secret about their parents that they never would want to know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know. What's his name? Malfoy?
Yeah.
Draco puts the hat on. He's like, your dad made out with a Hufflepuff. No. That's why Draco is always being told silence by Lucian. Silence, Draco. He's afraid he's gonna spill the beans.
Yeah, I'm thinking overall that the Sorting Hat and Jackie Chan stand an okay chance. I don't know exactly how likely they are to get across. Even with Sword of Gryffindor.
I want to give him full marks.
I know you do. I know you do. But you need to be fair and balanced.
This isn't Fox News here. I have no obligations to be fair or balanced. Just like Fox News.
We're just going to use this as a character witness for when they ask you to do jury duty.
I'll just go in and I'll just play this part of the podcast. They're like, wait a minute, you wanted to give Jackie Chan and the Sorting Hat 5 points? Get this guy off my jury. You get the hell out of here. Yeah, that's actually a good point. I should definitely do that. I'd like to submit why I'm unfit for jury duty in the form of this audio podcast, of which there is 100-episode catalog.
I
He
have
listens to a half an episode. He's like, oh no, he's out.
I have had patients get jury duty when they're like
Literally.
just totally bedbound, can't do anything, and like they're like, if you can't do this, write back with the reason why. Well, they can't. The same reason they can't do jury duty. The same reason why they can't call you and tell you why they can't do jury duty. And so they ask us like, what do we do? And I'm like, just don't show up. Yeah. By the time they come for you, they're gonna be gone.
Well, I'm pretty sure that the police are not like looking for scofflaw jurists.
No.
Like they're like, next up, jurist number 6. Like, we have lots of murders and assaults on the book. Yeah, I know, but there's nothing that gets to me like a citizen who's not willing to pull his weight on jury duty. There's just one cop who's just overzealously pursuing jurists. Are you juror number 6? No, I'm jurist number 5. I see. Somebody talked. You better make sure that you keep your mouth shut. Oh, man. So back to Jackie Chan and the Sorting Hat. What outcomes do you foresee before we give our final scores?
I'm thinking that the Sorting Hat does the whole cover the eyes thing. We know it can do that.
Jackie Chan hits him in the head with a vase or the sword.
Has the sword and just, does his Jackie Chan-ness all over him.
He could run up his body, using his ninja moves and stab him in the head.
Yeah.
I'm going to give him a full 5.
I'm gonna give him a 4 because I don't think it's an outright total win, and I don't think it's guaranteed. But he'll definitely pass.
All right. Yes, which means, you know what this means, Dafs? He gets to go back to the Willy Wonka power.
But he lost the Willy Wonka power. Do you get to go back with the same thing right away? I feel like there's got to be like an audible there.
I feel like we should at least pay him the respect to run him back through the scale. I mean, if we're gonna let Arm Fall Off Boy back on, we need to let Jackie Chan back.
For the record, I'm against that too.
So, to recap, what a glorious episode this has been. Dafs, on a scale of 1 to Jackie Chan and the Sorting Hat, what would you give this episode? Jackie Chan being the highest and 1 being the lowest.
I would say we are just beyond the reach of Arm Fall Off Boy.
So 3.5.
Yes,
That's passing.
we pass.
Okay, so to recap the troll scale. Almighty Dollar, well, he got a good roll. He got Captain America's shield, but was unable to do anything really with it and was killed. Did blind the troll a little bit, but got only a 1.5. Codpiece with the Batman belt, 2.75. Did probably mortally wound the the troll, but definitely got killed in the process.
Yeah, 100%.
Matter Eater Lad, sorry. Just no hope there for you. You used the Marauders map to maybe possibly sneak by and got a 0.5.
Yeah.
But you are not a minor entity.
No.
Arm Fall Off Boy, use your sneaky arm fall off moves with the lightsaber to cut off the troll's arms and legs. And escaped with a score of 3, which means Arm Fall Off Boy gets to re-challenge the WWPI with his lightsaber. Jackie Chan, well, he cut up the Sorting Hat. Or, no, not the Sorting Hat. He cut up the troll using the Sorting Hat to blind the troll. And he gets a 4. Any thoughts on this episode or anything else before we go?
I would say that given the right circumstances, I feel like we ourselves, or Vomit Man and Bismuth Boy,
Vomit Man and Bismuth Boy definitely need to re-challenge the troll scale.
could probably do that given a lightsaber or
Next
such.
episode, Vomit Man and the Bismuth Boy challenge a troll. I love it. I think we're going to pass.
I think we would too.
Yeah, well, it's been good to be back. It was a nice, unscripted, and raw episode.
It certainly was that.
We learned a lot, made some new friends, found out more about Dafs' obituary. But now it's time to go. So, I'm Rick.
I'm Dafs.
Have a good one.